Hello, this is Annette with Project Refine Life. Welcome to my channel and the November 2023 monthly deck and book haul. Let's get to this because I have recorded this about 4 times already. And for one reason or another, there was something that was going on. So this is going to be a real quick video. All right, first book that I acquired this month was Spirit Talker. And this is the same creator as this deck right here, Wisdom of the Elders Oracle. I received this deck in this month as well. And I really enjoyed working with the deck. I love the way that he wrote within the guidebook because it was a very earth-centered type of deck and practice. So I really enjoyed that. So I thought, you know what? Let me go ahead and get the book. I've just kind of looked at the book, but I do appreciate many of the meditations that he's offering in here, work with the ancestors, calling in spirit. There are a lot of teachings within this book that I can see already, but I think it's going to really be something that I need to dedicate a little bit more time to. So I'm still working through one book, and I think then this one will be next, because this one, it's going to require some note taking and things like that. So this book I did get through Amazon, and this was $16.79. Now, November is the anniversary of my husband and I. We went to Tucson for an overnighter, and we walked into one little metaphysical store, a spiritual store, and they referred us to go here, which is Nexus, Occult, Books, and Oddities. One side of the store is the oddities, so that's the crystals and oddities, and then also they were offering Reiki and tarot readings at the time. They also offer classes, and then the other side of the store is all of the books. So I scored, guys, on so many books. It was so good. They had this whole section on Mesoamerican studies. So I was really just so happy to have such a selection. I sat down on the floor and just started looking at all of these books. So as you can see, they all have to do with Mesoamerican or Aztec studies or Maya studies. I am really, really excited. And to top it all off, they were all gifts from my husband. So you're going to see a lot of gifts this month, but the prices are really reasonable. So if you're ever in Tucson, drop by that store. Now, the other store that we visited, and I was really excited about going to this store because they had just opened up October 13th, and the store is called Bruja. It is filled with beautiful, beautiful crystals, beautiful energy, beautifully decorated. Like, this store is just absolutely gorgeous. So we went in, and again, my husband treated me to quite a few things this month. So this is part of them. This little candle right here that I'm burning is called Sacred Earth Crystal. This one here is Full Moon, so I'll be using this on the upcoming full moon, and they smell wonderful. So the owners of the store are Lori and also her partner, who goes by Runs Up Mountains. If you want to know his name, visit the store, and if he shares it with you, that's great, but I'm not going to go ahead and do that. But Lori and I had so many things in common. We grew up in the same area in Los Angeles County in California, and I live in an area where she lived in at one time, and now she's in Tucson. And it was just, there was a lot of coincidences there, which I don't believe in coincidences, but anyhow, I was really able to relate to her. And so her partner makes this particular incense right here. It's actually called, and I don't think you can see it, but it's called Thunderbird Vanishing Blend, and it smells just wonderful. I wish you guys could smell it. I just took a smell for you guys. And then the other little thing that I got from the store, well, there is one more thing, but I got this right here. So this is a little raven skull. Now, I have seen many raven and crow skulls carvings before. This one I really love just because of the texture within the carving itself. It is just beautiful. He has been by me since I purchased it. He has just been sitting on my desk and helping me with my readings and helping me with my work. I really enjoyed that shop. We went 2 days. We went on Saturday and then we went back on Sunday. Let's get to the decks. Now, as I told you earlier, Wisdom of the Elders Oracle was one of the decks that I received this month, and this is a good one. I really love the art. I really love the guidebook, the way that it is written. It is an experience to work with this deck. It is really, really great. I have a full walkthrough if you want to see it in some more detail, and I also did some pairings for this deck. So if you are interested, I will put the cards on the top of this particular video and you can take a look at the Wisdom of the Elders Oracle. This was $19.79. Now, at the end of October, La Panthère Studio was offering a sale, 20% off. And I was really excited because I just jumped on the La Panthère bandwagon within the past few months. I am loving their creations. I love the work that's coming out of that particular studio and the decks that they're creating. So both of these are by Stacey Williams-Nigg. I had already had the Southern Gothic Oracle, but when I saw the 20% off, I was chomping at the bit and waiting for November to roll around because I had already surpassed my budget for October. So I was waiting for November, and I went ahead and got this expansion pack for the Southern Gothic Oracle. I, of course, did not have it before Halloween time, but it's here now and completes my deck, and I'm excited for that. So the expansion pack came up to $19.43. Now, the deck that I didn't have from La Panthère is the Southern Botanic Oracle. So I went ahead and took advantage of that 20% off sale and got the deck, which is right here. I'm not going to do a walkthrough of this because I know this is all over the place. And just recently, Chanel over at Spirited Stardust did a great walkthrough, so I'll link her video down below if you want to take a deeper look at the deck itself. And I also did get the expansion pack, and this is the Poisons expansion pack. Really, really lovely deck. I really love this. So this is a total of 10 cards plus the deck that is offered here. So I'm excited to have this in my collection now. I've been using this deck quite a bit as well. And this came up to $54.32. Now, I bought this particular divination kit a couple of months ago. They offered like shop pay or something, so I went ahead and took advantage of that. So this is the Ancestral Magic Divination Kit. Again, I have a full walkthrough of this deck. I love this deck. It's amazing. I really, really love this deck. It comes with a pendulum. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but that was a total of $64.12 that was charged to my account this month. So as I mentioned, we went back to Bruja on Sunday, and I saw this deck there on Saturday. I've been eyeballing this deck several months since it's come out, and I just hadn't done so. Since my husband was buying me gifts, I went ahead and picked up the Mind's Eye Tarot, and I am not sorry for it at all. The art is just completely beautiful. The cardstock is really good. You have this gold gilding on the side. Sometimes I really don't like the gold gilding because it's a little sharp. This is not. And the guidebook is really, really nice. It's a kind of like a proper little soft cover book. It has full color images. It has an easy, short and sweet kind of description on each particular card. It gives you what you need to get your reading done. If you want to take it further, you go right ahead. You just go ahead and investigate and do what you need to do. But it is a really, really well-produced deck. I really enjoy the readings that I've been having with this deck. And the box that it comes in is made very, very well. It's not overly big. The book fits right in here. I have no complaints when it comes to this deck. It is really, really good. Inner Light Tarot. I was watching Robin over at Robin's Reflections, and before she even started flipping through the cards, I was like, oh yeah, I'm ordering that deck because it's yoga centered. And so how am I not going to get a deck that is yoga centered? Those are the back, and it's a Lo Scarabeo deck, so the card size is a little bit smaller. This was $26.90 on Amazon. It might be a little cheaper now, I don't know. Again, I just ordered it quickly because I wanted it quickly. How can I not want and love a deck that has beautiful muted colors, beautiful yoga poses? I haven't worked with it with a guidebook a lot. I have pulled cards and just kind of looked at the meaning, for myself, not really looking at the guidebook, but just taking the meaning into consideration, looking at the poses and taking it for my yoga classes. But other than that, I haven't done deep work really diving into the guidebook. I will say one thing about this deck. I love the colors. I love the poses. It has these gorgeous soft, like the softness to it. The only thing that I wish that they would have done differently with this deck is more diversity within the body styles, more diversity within the age, because as a yoga teacher, yoga is for everybody, everyone. So young, old, if you have an abundant body, you can do yoga too. So that's the only thing that kind of gets me with this deck, is that I wish that they would have been a little bit more inclusive with this deck. But so far, so good. I will be digging into the guidebook a little bit just to see how it reads within the guidebook as well. This deck right here. Oh my goodness. Goddess of Love Tarot. This was $17.31. A fantastic deal. It's on Amazon, and I ordered this at the beginning of the month. And the reason that I ordered this deck was because, and I did a walkthrough on this, because I was doing a VR to Sylvia over at Fairlight Tarot, and one of the questions was a sensual deck. And I ended up working with or utilizing the She-Wolf Tarot. But when I started really looking at my collection, I thought I really don't have anything really detailed or really focused in on that type of work. So I went ahead and purchased this deck. There's a full walkthrough. I'll put the card up here right in the corner of the video so that you can take a look at it. But I love this deck. It is amazing. The artwork is amazing. The guidebook is wonderful. And like I said, you can take a look at my walkthrough or flip through, not a walkthrough, but a flip through of the deck. And I used it on a couple of occasions now, and I love it. Cardstock is a little flimsy, but remember, this was $17.31 delivered to my door. I didn't have to go anywhere for it. So it is a fantastic deal. Now, there is one more deck that came into my collection this month, and this is it, the Mother's Wisdom deck. You guys, this is a deck that was behind the counter over at Nexus Occult Books and Oddities. I had my stack of books, I was ready, and I went up to the counter and I saw this. So in addition to books, he also has some oracle and tarot decks and some out of print decks, and he had this. If you've seen my channel for a while, you will know that this is one of the decks that I just thought I could never get because it was just out of reach. So when the mass market edition of this deck came out as the Wild and Sacred Feminine, I jumped on it. I got the deck. I love this deck. I love it. It is amazing. And I was satisfied with that. But when I saw this, I thought, oh my gosh, here is the opportunity for me to acquire this deck in its original form, in its original version of the deck. And I am still just blown away that I was able to acquire this particular deck. Like I said, I was a little spoiled this month because my husband treated me to quite a few things for our anniversary, and this is one of them. I am so excited to have this in my collection. Don Michelle did a beautiful side-by-side comparison between this particular deck and the current version. So if you're interested, I will go ahead and put her link below so that you can watch that video. But this is out of print, guys. And this deck is so extremely expensive. I'm telling you, I wouldn't have purchased this deck at the prices that I've seen it at because it was just too much. But this particular bookshop made it possible because it was reasonably priced. And that is it, guys. That is my deck and book haul for this month. I spent more money than I should have. I really did. I spent a total of $227.81, and then everything that I'm showing you, there's a lot of it that were gifts from my husband. So I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much for being part of it. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you later.